I'm Todd Cooley, and I'm a veterinarian. Just came back from a mission trip to Ethiopia, and the main focus of the trip was using veterinary medicine as a tool to help spread the gospel.
And the dynamic was we had a team of me and Monica. We were the facilitators of the biblical definition of marriage. And then you had a team of vets. They were out in the field with all the evangelists doing ministry through the vet center. And then you had Pastor Doug. He was teaching discipleship, which is the Timothy Initiative.
During these veterinary clinics, we treated approximately 800 animals: horses, cattle, goats, and sheep, and donkeys. And during that time, at least 300 people heard the gospel for the first time, and 18 people accepted Christ.
We were needed there for such a time as this. As we continued on with the classes, we saw how important it was for us being there by the response that we got from the married couples that were there. A lot of barriers and traditions were broken while we were there, and I thank God for that. We were able to be a blessing to them. But the funny thing is, I think they were more of a blessing to us, because when I left, I think I left as a changed person, understanding that is now my responsibility to take the gospel of Jesus Christ, whether it be by way of preaching or teaching to the nations. And so my wife and I, we are committed now.
So I feel like God has blessed me with a great appreciation for the human-animal bond. As a veterinarian, my calling is not necessarily to try to save every animal that I see. I know a lot of people have a hard time grasping that, but I really appreciate what the human-animal bond is to people, how that animal serves that person, or how that animal serves that person's emotional needs. So in Ethiopia, it was just a great thing to witness how they use their animals. They use their animals every day, and their animals serve them in many ways. So it just meant a lot to me to be able to go and serve the people there in a way that affects their livelihood. And I feel like through veterinary medicine I could do that.
And so that was just exciting, you know, that we were called to be witnesses, to take the gospel to the utmost parts of the earth. I never dreamed that I would do something like what I just did. It wasn't even on my radar. But God stepped in, and God does what He does. I believe all of us have a mission. I believe every Christian have a mission. Some of us have different missions. Some of us may be the same, but I believe when we are called to take the gospel to the utmost parts of the earth, we must go. Because someone is there waiting to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ.
So one doesn't think that veterinary medicine would just be a career that would readily yield itself to a mission trip, but there are many professionals that could use their skills, as well as tradespeople that could use their skills in the mission field in a unique way. You just have to think about and find a way to make that happen.
I can't stress enough the importance of when God says go, you must go, you know. And you may think that you're unqualified, but you have to remember that God is the one who is using you. God is the one who called you. And so when you go, let Him use you. Let Him have His way in you. Because when you are in the will of God, there is no better place than being in His will. I can testify that that experience was life-changing. It was life-changing. And I pray to God that He will continue to use me as an instrument, and we pray that He will continue to use us to be a blessing to the people of Ethiopia and the Community Transformation Center.